Hague. Hello to you, Fernande. Opening day of this trial, what did we hear?
So the prosecutor really outlined in detail this case against Félicien Kabuga, particularly his role as the founder and president of the RTLM radio station that played such a key role in that genocide. You might remember images of fighters holding a machete in one hand and a radio in the other. Prosecutors here outlined how they would brief through locations where people had gone into hiding, including religious buildings, and of course that rhetoric that was fueled by this radio station, calling Tutsis cockroaches which needed to be exterminated from the earth. Now, in addition to his role at the radio station, he also had a private Interame militia group which he funded. He gave them housing, he gave them uniforms, transportation, who also set up roadblocks where they would arrest Tutsis and kill them. And he also played a key role in fundraising to buy weapons. He would transport those from across the border from the town of Goma, circumventing a weapons embargo in trucks marked with his initials, prosecutors here allege. So huge crimes that he's being accused of. Sadly, he was not in court today to hear these charges laid out against him.
Yeah, and Fernande, why wasn't he there?
Well, he says that he is not being adequately represented, and so he's boycotting the proceedings because of that reason. He's been wanting to switch lawyers since the beginning of last year. However, the court has already ruled on this and says he's adequately represented. Plus, he'd need to unfreeze his assets to pay for a private lawyer. Of course, that takes away attention from the terrible things that have happened. And of course, it's also a bit ironic because the question of whether he would be able to attend has really loomed large over these proceedings. He's in his late 80s. He was on the run for more than 20 years. He's in bad health, so his lawyers have been arguing that he couldn't be here. That has meant that the proceedings here are short. They're 2 hours a day, only 6 hours a week, which means this case is likely to drag on. It also means it's happening here in The Hague rather than in Arusha, where it would be much more accessible to the victims of the Rwandan genocide. So now it is the final case being heard here at the residual mechanism in The Hague, but a real, I think, slap in the face for victims that he's choosing not to be here today.
All right, Fernande. Thank you very much, Fernande van Tets, reporting from The Hague.